Washington appeared adamant on strengthening its pressure and sanctions campaign against North Korea. But now the country is also showing signs that talking with the regime may not be completely out of the question. Jung-hee explores the possibility of that turnaround.
The U.S. State Department left open the possibility of a chat with North Korea to discuss plans for actual negotiations. At a regular press briefing on Tuesday, the department's spokesperson, Heather Nauert, said Washington and Pyongyang would have to have a, quote, preliminary chat to set the agenda for negotiations. She reiterated that the U.S. will talk with North Korea if the regime wants to, but the main topic will be denuclearization for sure, and the maximum pressure campaign will continue. The remark echoed that of U.S. Secretary of State Rex Tillerson on Monday.
It's really up to the North Koreans to decide when they're ready to engage with us in a sincere way. We're going to need to have some discussions that precede any form of negotiation to determine whether the parties are in fact ready.
Could this mean Washington, which has been more or less tilted towards maximum pressure against the North, is softening its stance?
The U.S. is kind of leaving an initiative to South Korean government. South Korea now have utilized the Olympic Games and now came up with a possible summit meeting with North Korea, which I think is a very important pathway for denuclearization. From the U.S. perspective, U.S. position, that's something that is worth to try.
But it's widely seen that the U.S. stance does not differ much from before. Maximum pressure and the goal of denuclearization remain the same.
It's hard to see any change in policy based on the current U.S. rhetoric. It's not that Washington will talk with North Korea without discussions on denuclearization. The U.S. is only saying it won't completely shun dialogue with Pyongyang if it shows a forward-looking change towards denuclearization.
South Korean President Moon Jae-in said Tuesday that the U.S. expressed a willingness to talk to North Korea, but making Washington-Pyongyang talks materialize is a different matter, which requires further coordination between Seoul and Washington, making sure they're on the same page. Jung-hee, Arirang News.